Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to the Outer Worlds. I don't know if you all just saw the thing that was happening to that mercenary, or that marauder rather. Something about this base over here just causes people to vibrate wildly every once in a while. I've been watching the phenomenon for some time. I have no idea what it portends. But I spent some time going through the journal, figuring out, just sort of like refreshing myself on all of our plot threads and whatnot. I untangled the fact that Fallbrook and the Iconoclasts are two different groups of people. I figured out roughly where the C3 company camp is, and I think we're going to go ahead and go talk to them, even though we definitely don't need them to do any fighting for us, just because, you know, that's the way of finishing this that's going to get us the most XP, probably. It said they were southeast of the I can't jump over this. So they were southeast of the Devil's Peak, so we'll go check that out real quick. But also, I want to talk a little bit about this, because it's probably fairly obvious. It may be fairly obvious. It definitely, like, it plays a part in me not keeping the information straight in my head. I'm just having a hard time connecting to this game. Do you guys mind? I'm monologuing.
It's, you know, 2 peaks.
Well, he's not wrong. Yeah, I don't know. It's just like, it doesn't feel right. I'm having trouble getting into it. I was expecting that this was going to, like, really make a lot of sense to me. I really like these kinds of games, and in particular, I really like these kinds of games made by the specific individuals who made this one. But I don't know. It might just be like, it's a problem. It might be the case that it's a problem I'm having because of the fact that we're also playing other games that are... Wait, this is... So it said southeast of the peak. We're pretty southeast of the peak right now. Right? The peak is almost directly northwest of us. Where the hell is this mercenary camp? So I don't really want to have to go too far. Are they stationed like... Ah, okay. This is them. This is the guy we saved. Also, hold on a second. I have no idea why it's hitching and stuff so badly. I'm just gonna close some things really quickly. I mean, I hardly have anything else running. My computer's a little haunted feeling lately. I'm wondering if I'm experiencing some failure. Some of the parts in there are a little bit on the old side. Alright, let's see if that helps any. Hey, Berthold, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, Mannequin Slayer. Glad you made it in one piece. After all, not everyone's so lucky. Meet my corporate compliance crew. Then check out our weapons locker inside. I reckon you'll find something you like.
You mean a big pile of weapon parts?
Between us.
Yeah, kind of odd for a group of mercs to label themselves as a corporate entity is maybe the least true dialogue option we've ever been offered. Why are you guys guarding the station?
We were hired to do so, why else? You did get the memo that we're mercenaries? Our client's a bit unorthodox, sure. He calls himself the broker, and prefers the glow of a terminal to flesh and blood interaction. But I can't fault his work ethic. Our current gig's to stop, by means of lethal force, any creatures exiting the caverns, including but not limited to marauders, iconoclasts, and agents operating for the MSI.
Okay, well, I mean, it sounds like your gig is over, because I killed literally every living thing in that cavern. You know, I'd call it even if you help me wipe out the marauders at the broadcast station.
You drive a hard bargain, Mannequin Slayer. It don't make much financial sense for C3 to expend resources on any killing beyond the contract stipulations. As the Marauders didn't enter from the caves, the requirements are murky. At the same time, we do want to keep our client alive, until the payment's cleared.
Also, if you don't do it, I'll murder all of you. So let's do this.
We recommended the client safeguard himself, so I don't expect that the main doors will be accessible. Find a way to open them, and we'll clear any hostiles on the inside. I'd best radio ahead for Joy and Hudson to prep for us. They'll be at the station entrance, ready with our finest auto mechanicals to assist you. C3s, prepare to move out.
I wonder if we have effectively lost XP by having these guys kill enemies. I don't know, we'll see. Do I want to have chats with you? I want to go inside first. We were given permission to go inside and take stuff, and I want to do that, please. Also, you know, even if we didn't have permission, I would definitely still come in here and take everything. Alright, energy ammo. Let's unlock this thing with the key. That's pretty bad armor. And that armor's fine, I guess. There was a time not that long ago when I would have seen 26 armor and gone, oh, hey, great. This is also garbage. I guess if you somehow managed to get here without encountering any enemies of any kind, you could... This would be the first time you're seeing these weapons. This Bolter Pistol 2.0 is an interesting thing. So it's damage. It does 3 shots, I guess. 65x3 on the damage. I'll take that. I'm not going to use it, but we could give it to Ellie or something. She has a fondness for pistols. Normal Vortex Mace. Yeah, it's weird for there to be containers in here that you unlock by doing a quest, and then they just contain the same garbage weapons that we've been seeing all over the place. Thunder, however, that's interesting. It is a high DPS electric rifle. Let's maybe equip that. I certainly don't need to have 2 melee weapons. I was gonna put a what do you call it? An elemental damage type on one of them, and I still might, but we don't really need to have both of them equipped. Alright, may as well repair all of our stuff while we're here. For very, very cheap. And then... anybody mind if I just take these bits? Nope, because right here, nothing is stealing. We are not in a stealing zone. Still a really, like, weird, arbitrary distinction.
We're locked and loaded. Joy and Hudson know you're coming. They'll back you in the frontal assault on Devil's Peak.
Thank the architect! Bertolt's back!
Addie, I'm right here. I guess maybe she can't tell that I'm close to her, so she thinks I'm really far away. She has to yell.
Got a problem? Maybe I can help.
Okay, you guys are spectacular conversationalists. Was this guy here on the way in? How did I just totally miss that? You know it happens. Nobody will ever tell you that I am the most attentive person. That's not true. I don't know what people are like. Some people are big liars. But nobody should ever tell you that I'm the most attentive person. How do I get back to the top of the... Am I going the wrong way? Yes, that's the direction. I was going extremely the wrong way.
Boss man said you'd be up this way. Quick regroup before we shoot up the place?
Yeah, let's do murders.
Fox radioed ahead. Said I'm to follow you. Provide whatever support you need. If those bastards start shooting, we'll join in. I gotta warn you, my girl Sunshine here is a tad trigger-happy. Of course, me and her will follow your lead. Just wanted you to know we wouldn't begrudge you of any violent inclinations.
Well, I hope we still get XP for any enemies they kill. Yeah, no need to wait on me after you.
You're A-okay, stranger. Hear that, Hudson? It's payday.
It's just like, it's so much in our character to have other people do the shooting for us, right? Even if this does turn out to be less XP than doing it personally, this really fits. It makes a lot of sense. Are you guys gonna... Okay, this is just like a Sunday stroll. No need to hurry, no need to approach carefully. We're just gonna wander over there.
Huh?
Something.
Thought I saw something.
Alright, Nyoka, that's your responsibility. Oh, I forgot he can fly. Never mind, she seems to have handled it. Where even are the rest of the enemies? I want to throw Felix at somebody, and I can hear voices over here, but I don't actually see them. Oh, that's a landmine that I just... Yep, that's fine. That's fine, I'm fine. Okay, there's not even anybody over here. I'll save you, Hudson! Mostly because it's fun. Oops. I was trying to break down that loot. Ah, that's where the enemies are that I was hearing. Up on top of the thing. Stop moving, you coward. Boy, I'm not a good shot. Alright, I don't think we did get XP for the majority of these enemies. That said, we're probably leveled up enough to be able to complete the game at this point. This is probably not like a big deal. I'll tell you, I feel like my suspicion is that there's still a lot of game left. So maybe I'm overestimating how powerful we are relative to how powerful we're gonna need to be. But also, nothing has been very difficult so far. Alright, do we need to... I was gonna say, do we need to talk to those people and tell them the job's done, but I guess they're still moving in. I guess they... Berthold did say they'd clear the hostiles inside, too, right? Hey, Nyoka, could you maybe... It turns out I'm bad at gun. There we go, that's better. That's what gun's supposed to look like.
That's the last of them.
That's terrible armor. Yeah, because enemies are worth a ton of XP. Like, a kill is such a significant portion. Each kill is such a significant portion of the XP that you get for, like, doing quests.
Hiram must have sealed the door. He spooks easy.
Okay. Yeah, each kill is worth such a large portion that it kind of doesn't make sense to do things from a mechanical perspective that limit the number of kills you get to have. But whatever, the game's super easy. We don't have to be min-maxing here. So this door is sealed. We gotta find a way in. Hudson somehow died, despite the fact that none of these enemies were dangerous at all. Well... How about over here? This door that's not sealed, because why don't we just go in the one that's not sealed? Seems like the thing to do. I don't know why everybody else is so baffled. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to overstate it.
This being as you're an outsider, but the blaring alarms indicate the station's on lockdown. Which means you can't ever get to me. So leave already.
Oh, right, hold on.
Can't. We'll see about that.
We're gonna put down the guys in this room, and then we're gonna go back to the ship, actually. Because we need to change up our crew. Oh, no, wait, this wasn't the place we need to change up our crew for. Never mind. I was just thinking, though, it might be nice to have somebody who can hack, given that we're talking about automated security systems. 14 armor. These helmets are okay, but, like, who needs helmets? Who would even wear a helmet?
But they ain't gonna budge while this place is on lockdown. Guess we keep moving forward. Look for another way up.
Hey, it's the crazy space future. Do people have jetpacks yet? Or maybe even just like a grappling hook? I feel like we could solve this problem with a grappling hook. I mean, I feel like you could solve this problem with a grappling hook while I watch and cheer you on from the ground. Okay, that looks like a place I want to be. How do I get in there? Oh, turns out just some normal lockpicking will do the job. I intentionally did not take a bunch of points of lockpick with this character, and still, somehow, we're able to get into everywhere. Do I have lockpick from these companions? Okay, yeah, Felix. Felix is the reason we're still getting stuff done. That makes sense. He seems like a scoundrel. Elite troop armor. Just a bunch of garbage. So much garbage. What I was really looking for, though, was information. Barb, the new environmental controls terminal is now installed and running upstairs. Congratulations. You messaged corporate about it, so you get to manage it, you fool. Consider this your official notice to hide its access keycard deep in the bottom of a drawer somewhere, preferably within the archives or in one of the station's other popular sections. Because I sure as hell will not allow our station's efficiency scores to plummet due to a pointless safety feature. Don't even think about testing the system out. The emergency sirens will make your ears bleed, and if you accidentally trigger the fire suppression system, it can suck the air from the room faster than the station's last performance review. Hey, that seems really dangerous. Is this that? Yep, okay. Very well hidden keycard. Yeah, I don't want to overstate the problems I'm having with the game. It's not like I think the game's bad or anything. It's just, I don't know, it's not grabbing me.
Come here and talk to me. Base to intercom.
I will come here and talk to you in just a moment. First, I want to make sure that I have stolen all of the things from this room. It's possible that we're talking about like a trap here. I'm gonna stand in front of the intercom and then something dumb is gonna fall on me I mean, I don't see a big cartoon X on the floor. There's nothing rigged up except these cables. Probably this is safe.
I can't tell if you're brave or simply touched in the head. What in the galaxy are you doing sniffing around my station? Unless you are, in fact, trying to suicide by Marauder? And you, Nyoka, what are you doing lugging a stranger into my station?
You could use the socialization, you son of a bitch. Also, he hired me.
To what purpose? I happen to have some significant problems I am dealing with right now. Marauders, running out of purple berry wine 3 days ago, not being able to bloody broadcast.
I will say, I think that the voice work and the characters are definitely good and strong. I'm really enjoying that. In particular, obviously, I really clicked with Parvati. But I don't know, something about like the quest design and the actual gameplay. I'm not a big fan of RPG plus shooter combat, because I think like the need to jam the RPG mechanics into the shootery parts just means that the shooting always feels kind of flat and not fun. And it takes out all of the fun of like min-maxing stats for an RPG like turn-based combat character, which is maybe not a kind of fun that a lot of people want to have. So I understand why they made the move. I wish that it played a little bit differently than it does. Listen, I need to see the information broker about...
No. We'll deal with information-related business later. As I said, there are bigger problems threatening my life and livelihood at this very moment.
Well, tell me what they are and I'll kill them.
Dead. And since my hired hands have clearly turned idle, it appears I need you to clear out the threat. As my newest contractor, you may call me the broker.
Or we can
Very
call you
dramatic.
Hiram, on account of that's your damn name, and doubly on the account of the broker being a dumbass alternative.
What? Everyone calls me that. Aside from you.
Listen, I'm willing to go for it. Okay, broker.
See, Nyoka? I barricaded the broadcast center, but I can only hold out for so long. Clear the Marauders out, and I'll pay you double the going rate.
Hey, that's the
Destroy
magic words.
transmission equipment, and I'll be out of business. The elevator and doors to the second floor are back online. Hurry before I have to lock them down again.
That was really easy. Okay, I'll see what I can do. I thought getting the elevator unlocked was going to be like a whole big thing, but it's like really easy. Alright, I'm very curious about what's back there, but we'll figure it out some other time. Maybe he'll give us a key card once we save him. He'll give us a key card that just unlocks everything. I don't know. That's probably too much to hope for. Let's just head up the elevator and smash everything. Wait.
Ready. C3's entering through the main doors as we speak. About damn time.
Okay. I don't know what they encountered. We definitely had already killed everything over there, so... an enemy was just laying in wait. Okay, I really enjoy this thing where now, like, we don't have to think about our carry weight at all. It's a nice change of pace. I'll just deal with our inventory between episodes. Okay, so we go up here, we smash some dudes up. C3's inside, they'll also smash some dudes up. This seems like it's going to be really easy. Maybe at some point here we're going to run into some enemies that are just, like, absolutely terrifying. But for right now, I am regarding the combat as a trivial thing that I don't even necessarily have to interact with. Holy shit! Did Donald Anderson just hit that guy's legs so hard they came clean off? That's pretty wild. I guess let's loot him. And I mean, we hear the sounds of combat. Listen, I would hate to rob them of their duty. You know how people in this universe just love to work. So you guys do that thing and I'll do the thing I'm good at. Inclement weather warning. Regional severe alert. Next 72 hours, chance of thunderstorms and severe thunderstorms, including lightning strikes forecast across the mountain region. Actually, lightning strikes are probably way more of an issue when you're high up like this. Let's check our messages. From V. Ramsey, subject emergency protocols. To I Broker. Wow, he's really committed. As I stated in my prior 4 messages, there is simply no cause for alarm. I swear to you, Hiram, the situation is under control. What you call a near emergency, I would consider a non-event. Yes, a high-energy transmission was used for too lengthy a period of time, and yes, the generators cannot safely support that activity. Yes, and yes, they could have been damaged under load. But the point remains, nothing happened. We caught the issue in time, the engineers involved were reprimanded. I swear on my mama's grave, it will not happen again. Now, please, cease contacting me for daily updates on the status of the generators. From I am a voyeur to J. Ramsey, subject toilets. Of all of the subject lines you might see from someone who's calling themselves this, toilets is maybe the worst one. What in the black hole were you thinking, Val? At some point, space efficiency becomes inverse to time efficiency, and one negates the other. What I mean is, how am I to do my morning business when the toilets are directly facing the open showers? You might like watching fellows scrub their jigglies while you take a steaming dump, but I don't. Sincerely, thanks for the peep show, not really, that was sarcasm, Theodore. You can't... If you're saying a thing that's sarcastic, you can't say sincerely before it. This is why you had to include the sarcasm tag. Alright, from Ramsey to I am a voyeur, subject regarding those toilets. On the contrary, Theo, not only is it a spatially efficient design, but it also encourages simultaneous users to hurry. I suppose it does. Don't look, or speed it up and move on. After all, the faster you're back to your station, the happier we will all be. Warmest regards, Val. P.S. You take too many bathroom breaks and you know it. Okay, so that was a lot of talk about people's jigglies. More than we usually get in these situations. Oh good, more energy ammo. You know how we need more energy ammo. So I assume the fighting has gone well. It seems like it quieted down pretty quickly. Everybody in this game is so fragile, it's hard to know who might have survived. Okay, that's just going to take us back outside, where we probably don't want to go. Although I am curious what door that is, because now we're up an elevator from where we entered, so I wonder if that would put us out on the other side of the facility, like right up close to the peak. The peaks. Boy, we sure are finding a lot of purple berries and things made of purple berries. I guess maybe this is the planet where the purple berries are from? Also the stun batons, this is the naturally occurring stun baton bushes, are all on Monarch. A claw rake. It's like a normal rake, only smaller and with claws. I'll take it. Who knows? We might end up with some kind of leaf-related issue up on the ship. And if we don't have a rake, then who's going to look like a fool? Me, the captain. I'm the one who was unprepared. Garbage mining helmet. Wow, this was really not worth the picks. Alright. Devil's Peak Station, security status, running diagnostics. Atmospheric controls are online. Issue detected with auto-mechanical controls, alerting HQ. We probably don't want to mess with the atmospheric controls, but let's look at them. Sensors currently indicate a standard level range regarding temperature and chemical composition. Yeah, I think that's fine. Obviously, there are a lot of, shenanigans we could have gotten up to here, but we've solved the problems we needed to solve. What about the auto-mechanical controls? Request for security and assistance installation. Time submitted. Oh, that's quite some time ago. Status awaiting an official response from Byzantium HQ. Yeah, we were, more or less forgotten out here, right? That's the story. Okay. Oh, friendly mercenaries. How's everybody doing? Are we cool? Are we pretty much good? I guess I should feel bad if any of them died, right? Actually, I don't remember if I'm holding a shotgun or not. We should have a shotgun to give to Parvati. I like her having a shotgun. Alright. Where did our friends run off to? Oh, here's one of them. Like I was saying, I probably should feel bad about this on account of it's 100% my fault, but the thing is, I didn't have to get shot, and it's tough for me to feel bad about that.
Heads up!
Why was a big portion of that guy's health bar white? Was that just supposed to be the part that's empty? Does he really not have any loot? Huh. That's weird. So I guess the Marauders won. You, little distracted, maybe? Is that like a really good panel, or...? Okay, problem solved. Really, just like extremely solid camera work, as ever. That guy also did not have any loot. Weird. I guess maybe it's like if another force tags the enemies for enough damage, you don't get to loot them to prevent you from like using wildlife and other hostiles to cheese encounters, or I don't know. It's not like we're missing anything with the loot, really.
Marauder free at last. I'll get the door. Do hurry on in.
That feels like it wasn't a very difficult thing to do, Hiram. You probably could have handled that with a single pistol.
Never thought I'd be ecstatic at having the walls painted in blood, but seeing as it's not mine, I'd say this calls for a celebration. And you got me my money's worth out of the C3s. I ought to have simply dealt with you in the first place.
A good thing to remember for next time. Yeah, I didn't do it out of the goodness of my heart, if you get my drift.
Yes, I believe I do. This ought to square our debt. One hefty payment for a highly valued service rendered. But, I admit, I do wonder why Nyoka has brought you to me. Allow me to pose my question in another manner. Why, in the nebula, are you here?
Let's see here. Does Nyoka need a favor from him? I don't remember. Nyoka's companion quest just involves her getting back to Terra 2 at this point. Well, you're not an easy man to reach, broker. What we need is for him to tell us the location of the chemicals, right? I think? That's what Phineas wanted here?
That is the primary goal behind locking myself high in a tower. Some folks don't look kindly on me being a purveyor of delicate information. Phineas must have sent you. He's the only one insane enough to send someone to Monarch to rush me. I knew it was only a matter of time before he came a-knocking. Look, I might be late, but I fulfill my contracts, always.
Oh, you do you? I have lost track of the number of beers you owe me for chasing raptidons off your stoop.
Have you seen Doc Wells? The guy's ancient. You take any more time and he's liable to croak.
I take offense to that. Look, okay. It might take me a while this time.
Why is that?
I am awaiting but a single incoming transmission containing the information we desire. But MSI and the Iconoclasts are clogging the airwaves from Stellar Bay and Amber Heights. In their war against each other, they're scrambling each other's outgoing transmissions.
Okay, this is a problem for us. How?
The bandwidth. There's too much blasted background noise. Nothing gets through but their local broadcasts. Which of course has inadvertently affected the incoming port and my livelihood.
So, can we cut them off from inside the station?
No, they're jamming the limited frequencies we have at our disposal. Nothing extraplanetary can get in or out until the frequency pollution thins out. The safest bet is to convince Graham and Sanjar to stop transmitting on their end.
I could just kill them all.
Do what you like. Just don't tell me about it after. I enjoy sleeping at night.
Okay. Also, Nyoka needs a favor, maybe?
Oh, great. I love doing pro bono work for friends.
Well, it does sound like you owe her.
You called us friends. I'd normally entertain your self-aggrandizing delusions, but this time it's important.
Important to you is not the same as important to me. Although I do recognize that you may have earned some goodwill during your months laboring for me.
Ooh, I have an opportunity to lie here. I think I should do it. She's trying to track down a lucrative contract. We could give you a cut.
Uh-huh. I don't believe that for a nanosecond, but if it'll get you out of my rapidly graying hair, fine. Look, I'll do what I can, all right?
Rebecca Hodges and Anders Wadsworth. They took a UDL contract back when Monarch went to shit, and I need to find them. I believe them to be on Terra 2.
If UDL hired 2 hunters back then, it would have been for creature clearing purposes, round one of their Spacer's Choice outposts. These are the coordinates for the outpost under the last UDL contract. Now scram. And, good luck.
Okay, see, I didn't realize that that quest was leading here. I figured we would just go back to Terra 2 and figure it out from there. Okay, I need to head out. I'm not going to ask him what an info broker is. I think it's pretty obvious at this
Pick me up
point.
some stimulotion and a bottle of purple berry wine when you're next in Stellar Bay.
That seems like a real personal shopping list. Maybe you can just handle that yourself. Sure, I'll take a flamethrower. Why not? And it's basically... what I did was pick up 3 weapon parts. I'm sure we'll need more weapon parts, more than the 700-something we already have. What if I decide I want to smash all my weapons and then repair them over and over and over again? Gotta be ready for that eventuality. Alright, what is through here? Probably this is an alternate way that we could have approached. I think there might be a back entrance here. Also, there's very, very small amount of bits. Why does everybody have so many tiny bit cartridges? Why not just, like, condense that? Alright, authorized broadcaster. Select recorded transmissions for a listing of all scheduled incoming and outgoing broadcasts. To go live, please ask your producer to initiate broadcasting. Do not begin broadcasting without the supervision of a senior producer. And now, a message from our sponsors. Tired of itchy acid burns? You know I am. Try Auntie Cleo's artisanal Borst-scented moisturizing cream. Why would you ever want to put something that is Borst-scented on your body? Let's have a look through his personal files. Personal files for Hiram Blythe. 1. Memorandum titled Clear Blue Skies. Mood? Optimistic. Dare I say the future is looking bright. Indeed, I can run a full gamut of operations without ever leaving the sanctuary of the broadcast room. Sanjar and Graham are living up to their promises and have not interfered with initial broadcasts. The deal is holding. And I believe I can make a life here. He is not yet calling himself just I. Memorandum titled Sneaky Sneaky, Mood Sneaky. God, I hope it's just the word sneaky over and over again. I clicked on the wrong thing. Here we go. Had a near miss the other day. Nearly ended up with the board on my trail. We will mark that trial firmly in the failure category. One must experiment, however, to ascertain the best methods. I have found thus far that the most reliable method for evading detection within the limited frequency of Monarch's off-world transmissions involves duplicating regular news broadcasts on several unused frequencies. My information-gathering associates know to filter out the sounds in the vocal range, in turn isolating the embedded data, and the board's authorities are none the wiser. Playing hazard has never been so thrilling, nor high stakes. And finally, memorandum titled Should Have Known, Mood Furious. Pox it all! Those imbecilic children, in their hatred of each other, Sanjar and Graham have oversaturated my keybands. They'll take each other down. They'll take down each other, all right, which is not a good English way of expressing that. And me right alongside them. I should have never invited them to play. What to do about it now? What to do indeed? So I guess this is like a way that you could get the this is for telling you what's up so that you could figure out the problem yourself and receive the information broadcast in case you decided to kill Hiram for some reason without talking to him. You know, sometimes you just gotta splatter a dude. It happens. Priority transmission log. Let's look at these. The station's primary band is presently oversaturated with continual transmissions from sister settlements. Off-world signals are unable to be isolated for recording. Amber Heights data is iconoclast in origin. Graham is behind it, must speak with him. Stellar Bay broadcasts are coded gibberish. Could potentially used to blackmail Sanjar. It has his signature all over it. Okay, well that's maybe useful information. It's just a normal trip blade. In the lighting in here, I thought it was kind of purple, and I was very excited. Ooh, fancy N-ray trip blade, but no such luck. We still do have that that N-ray damage melee thing. We could attach that to one of our melee weapons. I'm just not sure if I want to trade half of the damage of the upfront strike for a status effect when so many enemies have so little total health. It feels like damage over time effects are a little bit of a waste. Hey, this looks important. Okay, not that important. I mean, all this broadcasting equipment is functionally useless right now anyway, right? I suppose we ought to go, like, do the quest. This might be a good time to go back to the, ship and pick up Vicar Max. Because we do have some business for him. Alright, well, I think we're done here. And I think rather than climbing down the slow way, we probably should just fast travel. Hold on, have we been? Yeah, we've been on that ledge. That's opened. Okay, yeah, let's just fast travel out of here. So let's jump back to the ship. Because I do think I want to change out our crew. The fastest way to do that is going to be to go to the interior of the Unreliable and just immediately turn around. You know, I didn't actually verify that Parvati is okay. It's been a while since I have. I think they patched the weird Parvati instant death bug.
Some crew members are causing a disturbance on the ship.
You were just
Oh,
in
yeah?
before you pull. You're anticipating it.
Of course I'm anticipating it. What if I shoot a friend on accident?
That's on account of your stance. You want to lean into it. Embrace it. Work with it. You're in control here, Parvati, not the gun. Don't let a hunk of metal jerk you around. You've been around powerful machinery all your life. You're always in control, right?
I guess that's kind of like when the filler's shooting 600 cans of near molten cell tuna down the conveyor while I'm trying to tune a belt.
Here, stand like me. Just so. Hips square. Lean forward a little. It's just equipment, and you're just an engineer using it. Ah! Okay. We'll try again later. You'll get it. I promise.
It really feels like there were supposed to be animations playing during that or something. Like them just, first of all, them just standing still and Parvati just staring at a tiny pistol like she's terrified of it. Doesn't really make any sense because we know Parvati knows how to fire a gun already. But then on top of that, well, I mean, first of all, obviously, the emotional resonance of the situation is very, very much helped by the helmets. It's just, what a weird thing. May as well repair all equipped every time we see a thing here, right? Okay. We should probably actually just talk to people. You know what? I should talk to Parvati and stuff. We should make sure that we're continuing to keep our crew happy. I don't know if doing quests for them is going to unlock any extra abilities or anything, but that is a thing that happens in these kinds of games, right?
Hey, Captain. I got a thing I want to ask you. It's kind of big.
Okay. What do you need?
I was thinking about what you said before, after we went to the Lost Hope on the Groundbreaker. I reckon you're right. I think I'm ready to stop fretting and fussing and ask Junlei to go steady, straight out. And I'm thinking of doing it here, on the ship.
Okay, that's like a real middle school way of approaching this thing, but yeah, sure, I'll help. Yeah, that's sweet. Can I help?
I was kind of hoping you'd offer. The thing is, I can't ask her over like this. I mean, look at me. I'm all covered in engine grease and I ain't showered in nigh on a week. Smell like sweat most days and, well, don't look too close at my fingernails. I was thinking, hoping, we could stop by Groundbreaker for bath supplies.
I mean, have you talked to Sam? He loves cleaning stuff. Yeah, the Groundbreaker's got a lot of vendors. Where are you thinking?
Oh, that nice older lady in the rest and go, Miss Gladys. She seemed to know lots of things. Maybe she knows where to find fancy soap.
Yeah, she seems like she's real into cleanliness. Sure. Easy enough. We'll head straight over.
I mean, only if you're not busy. Or when you're heading through Groundbreaker for something else. You don't gotta change plans on account of me. Anyhow, next time we dock in Groundbreaker, let me know. 'Cause I want to come with.
Okay, easy enough. Obviously, I'm lying to her when I say we're gonna handle it straight away.
Hey, Cap.
You getting along with the crew?
I'm still not quite sure what to make of that Max fellow. Sometimes he reminds me of Anders, and the way he stares at things as if he's gonna dismantle them. Shit. Look at me dredging up bygone days. Forget I said anything.
Wait, you said something? I've forgotten. See, I'm playing along.
Thanks, Cap.
Look how good I am at playing along. Alright. We haven't really talked to, Ellie at all, I don't think. I don't think I know anything about her. This is probably a good time to do some of that stuff. And then we'll grab Max and I don't know who else. Probably Max and Nyoka, right? I think Nyoka still has stuff she needs to deal with on the planet. Well, maybe.
Something on your mind?
Oh, that's right. We did have a conversation with her about how she doesn't want to talk about herself. Never mind. I'm gonna honor that request. I'm also gonna steal all of your stuff. I'm temporarily over-encumbered. It'll be... Oh, apparently I can sprint on the ship while over-encumbered. That's actually a nice touch. Yeah, it won't be a problem as soon as we pick up the crew again. Wow, this is just like a lot of stuff here. Why is all this... Feels like that stuff should maybe be in the galley. Strike with this and you'll feel it going up your arms and into your shoulders. Never once let me down. It's her very fancy trip blade. Also, she brought this thing on board, which I'm just so happy about. Nyoka has scrawled the name Frida into this otherwise pristinely preserved Raptidon head. Ooh. A faded photograph of Nyoka with her hunter crew. Etched into the back in a muddy red is the word Charon. Unlocks the perk The Crew for Nyoka. Oh, okay, that's cool. That's a cool thing that we found, maybe? Raptidon Musk. Potent, earthy. One whiff of this and a Raptidon will tear through 6 inches of armor just to get to you. Okay, so keep that shit in the bottle. And maybe close this refrigerator. Maybe after that we could encase it in cement. Hey Max, how you doing? I mean, Max probably doesn't have anything extra to say to me. We know what his deal is. We'll take him to resolve his deal presently. Where's Sam? Is Sam in his quarters? Kind of curious how Sam feels things are going so far. What is Felix actually doing here? You know, we don't really know that much about Felix
Hey, boss,
either, do we?
Got a hypothetical for you? You got a friend, see? Somebody you knew when you were growing up. You were close. Then one day, they up and vanished. 5 years go by, they send you a message out of the aether. What's going through your head?
Well, the answer to that is probably 100% reliant on the content of that message, which you have failed to bring up. Are you going somewhere with this, Felix?
Guy by the name of Clyde Harlow. He was an old friend of mine. Honestly, he was probably my first and longest friend. I just heard from him. Says he wants to talk to me. Says it's urgent.
Oh, he wants to borrow money. You don't sound too sure about this.
The guy just vanished without a trace one day. No goodbyes, no explanations. Been gnawing at me ever since, you know?
Yeah, I can see why you're worried.
Clyde was my first friend, but he was also my mentor. Taught me how to think, how to question, how to disobey.
And you still remember 2 of those 3 things.
Some guys with black uniforms snatching him off the street in the middle of the night or something.
You think he's in trouble, then?
That's what I don't know. The message was light on details. No explanations, as usual. Clyde. He was a blustery old cuss. Carried on about violent revolution and seizing the means of production.
Okay, this Clyde sounds like the kind of guy we could maybe get down with. This is obviously important to you and now to me, so let's go.
Clyde's waiting for us on Scylla. What he's doing on an asteroid I can't begin to imagine. I appreciate this, boss. I know you're going out of your way for me.
Okay, we'll just add that to the big list of things to eventually get to.
Status report. 13 jobs scheduled for area maintenance. Scanning for C254 grade rated contaminants.
Feels like we could reprogram him to maybe speak faster, but apparently we have nothing to talk to him about. Okay, in that case, I guess we're done here on the ship for right now? Yeah, that scene playing out in the hangar is still, like, super goofy. So we're gonna take Max down to meet his friend. We can definitely leave Felix behind. And then who do we want to bring with Max? I mean, Max and Nyoka is a 0 CC, but probably pretty high damage combination. And Nyoka, like, we're still running around this planet. Nyoka is the person who knows the planet best. I think this makes sense. Plus, these two have had 0 chance to interact in front of us. And given that Max doesn't like everybody and Nyoka loves killing things, we ought to at least get some entertaining moments here. The crew stuff, like I was saying, the characterization stuff in general is working for me, and the crew stuff has been really good so far. So we definitely just want to fast travel again. Because we have a place to go. Oh, also Vicar Max has an unspent perk. Do we... We probably don't want Mad Max. Also, I know they were just going for like, hey, what's a clever name? And he only has 3 skills that are unique to him. But plus science weapon damage doesn't really... That's not really what Mad Max is about. Anyway. Yeah. Companion ability damage up on the guy whose companion ability is entirely about damage. Seems pretty sensible. And then we should actually have a look at his gear. So he's wearing an 18-point piece of armor. We definitely have some better stuff than that. Dodge up, stealth skills down. I mean, I guess the skills don't matter too much. Yeah, I'll just give him that. And then right now he has a basic, very basic-ass electric assault rifle. I mean, we could replace that very easily. Right now, I guess we'll just give him an assault rifle ultra. We could modify this for that element at some point if we want to. Not critical, though. Also, I opened up this thing for a different reason than that. Yeah, we want to go to Fallbrook. Let's take Max to see someone who I'm assuming is his old friend, but, you know, it might be a more complicated relationship than that. They might have once been ancient enemies, or, I don't know, they might have been boning. Whatever, listen, I'm not judging, I'm just here to check things off the list and get XP.
Yes. Knock, knock.
I am not listening to that exchange again. Just not happening. It's a shame this guy has to stand so very far away from the fast travel point. Okay, and this is with the run speed boost, too.
What do you want? Oh, hey, Vicar Max. What are you doing on Monarch? I thought scienticians ain't welcome here.
Haven't you heard? Everyone's welcome here. It's a fucking worker's paradise. But you wouldn't know anything about that, would you?
Jesus, Max.
Never worked a day in your miserable life. You're just a parasite, living off my goodwill. Well, guess what? My goodwill's exhausted, along with my temper.
Hey there. That guy doesn't look like much of a scholar, Max. You care to explain?
This is the guy who told me about the book while we were in prison. I lied about finding a scholar. But I don't care about any of that anymore. I just want to inflict massive amounts of pain on this guy.
Okay, I mean, I'm fine with that. Maybe he didn't know the book was in French, or... No, I'm fine with that. That sounds like a good idea. Proceed.
Wait! I know who can translate the book for you.
It's too late for that. I threw away my life chasing fairy tales. Will punishing you fix any of that? Of course not. But by law, it will make me feel a whole lot better.
I feel like I'd be a real hypocrite here if I tried to convince him that violence was not the way to solve this situation. Yeah, I agree. He's just trying to trick you, and senseless violence is the best medicine.
I wholeheartedly concur. Now, where were we? Oh, that's right. I was about to beat you. Severely.
Wait, stop! Please, just listen to me. It was stolen from some sort of expert on philosophism. Weird hermit lady on Scylla. My father used to deliver supplies to the mining outpost there.
Good. Now that that's out of the way, why don't you put this fool out of his misery, Max?
What? No!
I mean, I'm not going to stand in the man's way. Ooh. Nyoka, you really should have let Max have that. I feel like that you got a little jumpy there. Okay. You know, like I'm saying, it would be real hypocritical of me to be critical of Max's methods at this point with all the things I've done, but I'm wondering if there's room enough on the crew for 2 people like me, or if it might cause some problems in the long term. Alright, so we need to go deal with Sanjar and Graham Bryant. I guess what we should actually do is go to Amber Heights, like go find Amber Heights. We do also have this thing where we're supposed to get into this arms building. Abandoned building north of Stellar Bay. Did we see that? Because, I mean, as long as we're out here. That's the Devil's Peak thing. I guess let's get over here. There's still some more exploration to do. We'll jump over to the Borst factory. Hopefully this drops us outside. I mean, it doesn't say interior on the travel point. It's probably going to drop us outside.
Can we talk?
Sure. I had to look up to verify which member of my crew that was.
I want to thank you for not interfering back there with Cheney. It has been a long time since I gave in to my violent enthusiasm.
So that's what that looks like.
And it felt right. I denied that part of myself for too long, pretending I was something I'm not. I've spent my life chasing an illusion. It's time I gave up childish dreams and accepted who I am.
Wow, that's quite the turnaround.
I'm sure it would seem such to you, but I don't believe it is. I think I always knew this day would come. I was just afraid to admit it. Even to myself. It may seem silly, but if you'd indulge me one last thing, I think I'd like to find this hermit he spoke of and give her the book. Maybe she can find some use for it.
Why?
I can't rightly say. Perhaps I just need some sort of closure. A formal end to my lifelong quest, perhaps.
Yeah, okay. I mean, that sounds fine. I figured we would just, like, go there and get it translated, because we could still... Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Thank you, Captain. I knew I could rely on you. I think it will help put all this behind me.
Thing is, it just seems like we could continue going on a great big quest. It's almost like Vicar Max isn't even worried about earning XP, if you can imagine such a thing. Alright, so we want to go around here, over the bridge, and then broadly this way. And also, we want to hit Manta Source with a big stick. Like, really slowly, though. Way more slowly than I was expecting. I think my teammates sort of forgot to pitch in here. But to mash the pitch in buttons. Oh, stop it, you big baby. Everything's fine. I do appreciate that these two don't feel the need to jump right up on top of the enemy before using their abilities. Not that I'm trash-talking Parvati or anything, but, you know, I am trash-talking Felix. Well, absolutely no reason not to keep killing. It is worth so much XP. Is it shooting a gun? It's not really a trick. Also, they let you shoot guns in prison? What kind of prison is this? Why not? Let's just keep it rolling.
I am a storm. Damn, but we're good.
Yeah, I mean, we're getting the job done for sure. I've actually almost gained another level.
It is a trek, isn't it? Almost like we don't have working lifts or roads.
Okay, very little value to be gained there. So I think we're following the road this way, generally. And we're just going to kill every damn thing we see, because why wouldn't we? We're not even spending ammunition, really. Just absolutely 100% free XP. I did go the right way at the fork, right? Yes, I did. Okay. Just leveled up because we found this thing that I don't even know what it is. Damn, that's an inspiring hat.
Incoming.
Oh, hey, robot.
Take your confession now.
That didn't seem to have much of an effect, Max. I hate to tell you, not that I'm trying to impugn the skills you learned in prison. Look, I did it. I'm a hero.
Down they go.
That right there, that's what heroism looks like.
Everyone all right?
All right. Well, I was gonna handle it. All right, big robot. Anything cool? Nope, just a bunch of garbage. Everybody's just got a bunch of garbage. And we've actually already earned like another 5% of the next level. Killing stuff is a really, really good way to level up in this game. Why even do the quests? Wait, I'm all... Here we go. Here's the road. I get turned around very, very easily. See, I want to keep just mashing these buttons, right? They've made it so that mashing the buttons and having my teammates do all the fighting for me is super effective. But I sure wish these animations were faster. Nope, that was, that was a pretty soft swing. Alright, let's try that again. Just step a little closer. Okay, I hit her. I blinded her with my tossball bat, right in her eye. Then we go for the legs and knock her on her ass. Yeah, that sort of worked. Yeah, and actually she's moving so slowly we have plenty of time to just, like, wait for our abilities to come off cooldown. Or just let our teammates do the damage.
Everyone all right?
I suppose, if you're going to kill a big swarm of bugs, a thing that is functionally a net on a big stick is probably a pretty good weapon for that. But yeah, that's probably what I should be doing. I've been very into the basic video game idea of obviously hit him in the head. But I should be going for stuff's legs. And just letting my teammates handle them while they're too slow and weak to interfere. I suppose that would be a lot less effective against things that have guns themselves. Alright. Sure looks conspicuous over there, huh? I mean, not right where these guys are, but like... There's just this big area off to the side. I feel like there's probably something going on over here. Let's investigate. You know, in our idiom. Let's investigate! Camera's not really cooperating here. There you go. You just want to, like, tuck the gun up inside them before you start firing. That'll show him. I'm definitely contributing meaningfully. Alright. He evaded me. Now he pays the price. Where's the enemy? Max shot that thing so hard it immediately vaporized. Ooh, okay. Awful lot of bones over here. Mostly human, it looks like. I don't... What is that part? I guess that could be like a pelvic bone. Well, I mean, it's loot, I suppose, technically. Not very good loot, though, is it? Kind of hoping that this area over here would have something, though. It all just looks so... It looks so built for me to run around in it. And get the things that are hidden within. Honestly, that might be part of what's bothering me about the game, now that I think about it. It really feels... It feels very, like, guided toury, sort of theme parky. And I mean, like, it's a video game. Obviously, all video game experiences are built in this way. But I don't know, there's something about this that is not... It's not helping me maintain my sense of disbelief. That's just a big, flaming swarm of bugs. God, I cannot tell where I am relative to enemies, ever. Let's try that again. There we go. I'm helping. But the weird chromatic aberration effects on the time slow are not helpful with targeting. Okay. Is there anything fun over here at all? Nope. Dead terror rays everywhere. At some point, an environment designer went through this area with the dead terror ray hose and just, like, sprayed them liberally all over the landscape. This'll make this place feel real and lived in. There should be dead animals everywhere. Somehow that thing doesn't see us yet. Oh, we've attracted his attention.
Nice one, Captain.
And if that had been a kill, that would have been really slick. I guess I didn't actually kill the one that was close to us. I thought it was dead already.
They were destined to die.
Well, I mean, we're all destined to die, Max.
Never anger a man of the claw.
Speaking of, maybe you could help this creature out with that. Okay, that looked pretty commanding. That came down with authority. Raptidon meat, unfortunately, is pretty heavy food relative. Whatever, it sells reasonably well. Also, meat might be the best food additive, or the best inhaler additive. Like, in theory, if you were to get into a situation that was actually difficult, getting a big boost to your max HP at the same time that you get your extra regen seems like a good thing. We've never had a combat that was difficult enough to really need it. I should probably be firing with Nyoka first. I'm sure Max's thing does less damage. Also, her thing does strip the armor off the enemies, which is helpful. Oh, he died in midair. I was prepared to hurl Max at him again.
Smite you in the name of the law.
That was a lot of blood, dude. You shot him right in his movie-grade cosmetic blood pack. He's really into, like, film memorabilia. So he had a bunch of those signed by the original cast and crew of, Oh, geez, what's a blood? I failed to think of a bloody movie for the punchline there. Hard-boiled. How about hard-boiled? Yeah, it would have to be, like, some kind of ridiculous John Woo thing, right? Stop doing damage to me. Yeah, man, it's so hard to chase enemies while trying to do power attacks. If you are in power attack mode, enemies can walk backwards at normal speed, and they outpace you by so much that your weapons can't reach them. That really sucks. I might be done with fighting, personally. We might be in solely command mode now. I'm just gonna play this game like a 2-unit RTS. Are you serious? The fall damage is way too... We jumped and we fell like 3 feet there, and I took fall damage somehow. Part of the problem I'm having with accidentally firing Max when I mean to fire Nyoka is that it keeps changing what order my party members are in. When we went back to the ship, it moved Nyoka's ability to the other button. I wonder if there's a way to just reorient those so that they're where I want them to be. Oh no, wait, that's Max. Don't hit him. Where are the enemies? Oh no! Oh, there's a Raptidon over here that decided it needed to be part of the thing. Boy, I am mashing on Max's ability button. He just will not do the thing. Okay, there we go. So do these two recover health any faster than Felix? So obviously I would like them to be up for this next part, where we're totally not gonna die this time. I just shouldn't try to melee stuff. I want to be a melee weapon character, but the melee mechanics are so weak. I need a faster walking speed, I guess? There's a perk for that. Alright, I guess let's hit the inhaler here to pass some of that effect off to you guys. And then I'll switch over to my plasma launcher, and we'll do this. Apparently I did not reload the plasma launcher last time I used it. Where do we want to start? Who gets hit first?
The strong survive and the weak perish.
That guy's paying the price for being too observant. Wow, Max really put him away, huh? Alright, that's pretty good. Start a couple of big fires. Ooh, flamethrower. Okay, that's a problem.
That's the last of them.
I feel like I so frequently don't even see the enemies before our allies kill them. I think part of what's making the game not land for me is like this tedious dance after we fight everything. At some point, it probably makes sense to just stop even looting the bodies. Because like we kill a bunch of stuff, and then, you know, technically, mathematically, we should go and loot them because we should sell the stuff because we should keep getting money. We don't really need the money, and the looting is tedious, and the getting rid of the loot afterward is tedious. Nope, no, don't sleep. I was just trying to loot a thing near a bed. It'd be a goofy misclick. I saw an object under a bed and I went to pick it up, but then I accidentally slept for 8 hours instead. None of these guys have a key for the safe? I guess that's not really how safes usually work. None of these guys even have a post-it note with a combination for the safe that they then attach to the side of the safe, because that's how information security works in video games. Hey, Nyoka, you want to maybe start this off for me? Alright, now his armor's all screwed up.
I smite you in the name of the law.
Probably fire is not the right damage type to be using here. Let me swap over to that, that assault rifle.
Subtle work, Captain.
Can Max describe that as subtle work? That makes me real curious about the way that he usually gets work done. Yeah, see, the shooting's, like, fine. The fact that damage levels have to come into account, and so a lot of the time you shoot at an enemy and it has literally no visible effect on them at all, because you can't have every bullet potentially, like, stagger and have physics effect, because, you know, depending on the numbers, it might literally be the case that you have players having to shoot at an enemy, you know, 50 times to actually kill them. But it's just, I don't know. Make your game a shooter if it's a shooter, and don't if it's not, I guess, is all I really have to say about that. So we've discovered Cascadia. This is not exactly where I thought we were going. The iconoclasts are in Amber Heights, right? The hell are we on the map? Maybe that's Amber Heights over there. Or maybe... Geez, there's actually a lot of map out here. Maybe that's Amber Heights and I just walked the wrong way out of town? I don't know. You know what? This is probably a good time for us to stop, I'm noticing. That's going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. We did not make a tremendous amount of forward progress today. I guess we got a plot point accomplished, but what we've really done here is supercharge our resolve for tomorrow. So come back next time, tomorrow, for all the plot you can handle, and probably only 35 or so minutes of shooting mantises out in the wilderness. And we'll see you then.